Hey Nitroz, I hope you're doing good. Welcome back to a new Annyeong K-Pop episode. If you don't know what Annyeong K-Pop is, it's basically a series of videos where I'm introducing you to the world of K-Pop. Whether it's gonna be about a group or a solo artist, some scandal, and videos like today's one where I'm just gonna introduce you to the language of K-pop. I actually realized after doing 4 group presentation and 1 scandal that I didn't introduce you to the language and some slangs that are used in the K-pop world. If you are a newbie, it can be a bit hard to understand everything. So the first word, and maybe the most important one, is K-pop. So K-pop is a shorter version of the word Korean pop, and it's actually not just pop. I know it can be a bit tricky, but I would say that K-pop could be called Korean music, excepted traditional one, like trot, for example. In the vast world of K-pop, you will also get some rock, pop, obviously, some EDM, you will have some rap, you will have some R&B, extra, extra, extra. So when someone says, I don't like K-pop, most of the time they haven't listened to K-pop as a wide genre of music, but just as 2 songs that popped in the feed. Now, let's get into the most common words, and we're gonna start by adjective and qualificative words that are about people. First word is maknae. So a maknae is a term that's actually not only used in K-pop, but most of the time in everything in Korea, because it just means the youngest member of. A family maknae would be the youngest sibling. A maknae in a K-pop group is just the youngest member of a K-pop group. Let's get into the second word, which is visual. First of all, something I would have to say about it, it's a word that tends to be forgotten nowadays. So this member, the visual, is chosen for their appealing aesthetic and like stunning looks and their face, body, everything, like really like appearance. And this person is often the face of the group in media appearance. The reason why K-pop groups tend to detach themselves from the visual placement is that it makes you feel like this person could be here just for their look, while just like everyone, they train hard. So the visual position is most of the time in a debate, but I thought that if you, for example, go into older groups, you will know what it is. Next one is leader. Well, a leader, you might know it, it's a crucial role, and it's a role that you have in K-pop, but basically everywhere. So this person is most of the time the spokesperson and also the one that mediates between group management. They are usually the oldest member or one of the oldest member, and they are like really respected for their wisdom. Let's now talk about the 3 lines in K-pop, which are vocal, rap, and dance line. So the vocal line is basically the part of the group which are singers. The rap line are the part which are rappers. And the dance line is a bit trickier. It's basically the best dancers of the groups and the ones that people will come to if they have a question about the choreography. But let's get line by line and talk about them. First of all, vocal line. So as I said, the vocal line is basically the part of the group who is singers more than rappers. Actually, like these are the 2 distinctions. Sometimes a singer can also be a rapper and is gonna basically be part of both, or choose one of them depending on if he raps more often or if he sings more often. Starting third generation, they are going to say this is the vocal line, and in them we're gonna try as much as we can to put everyone with more or less the same amount of lines. But before, like the first generation and like in the beginning actually of the third generation era, you would have also lead vocal and main vocal position. The main vocal was the strongest singer of the whole group. The lead vocal would be the person right underneath. I don't like to say underneath and above, but basically the main support of the main vocal person. just like the vocal line, there is a rap line, and the same applied with them. You used to have lead rapper and main rapper. Once again, it's something that they try to stop, to put everyone on the same level and having everyone rap the same amount of time. So now that we talk about rapper and singers, let's get into the dance line. As I said, the dance line is a bit trickier because there is no good and bad dancers. There is more, I would say, of people that dance before becoming idols and trainees, and people that had to catch up on a dancer level. So it depends of the dance skills and also sometimes the dance knowledge. Just like vocal position and rap position, they tend to avoid the main and lead dancer word because obviously they also try to give the same opportunity to dance and to be in the center of the choreography to every members. Next word is one of the most famous word if you're in the K-pop world, bias. So a bias will come most of the time with a bias wrecker. So I'm gonna group the two of them together. It's a personal thing. It's basically a personal preference because it's your favorite member of a said group, the one that for you stand out the most. It can be for their talent, for their personalities, because you relate to them a bit more from what you know, obviously, about them. And trust me, everyone, and I said everyone, has a bias. And even most of the time, if you have a bias, you might have a bias wrecker, which is someone that's like here and will sometimes pop out and be like, are you sure I'm not your favorite? Let's now go with technical words related to the K-pop industry. The first one being an agency. An agency is like the producing houses, and most of the K-pop group are part of an agency. But you also have some artists that decide to start their own label, and basically these agencies are here to recruit, to train each person before deciding if they are good enough to debut. What's debuting, you might ask? Debuting is the moment where an artist or a group starts officially their career. Usually a group or an artist will start by publishing either an EP or an album or a mini album. Before debuting, and like when you are in the agency training program, you will be called a trainee. You might have noticed it when I was talking about other words, but I don't say artists that much. I do say idol pretty much. And an idol is basically an artist that made their debut. So basically, you joined the agency, you became a trainee. When you debut, you became an idol. If you are a new group, usually I would say under 2 years of being idols, you might be called a rookie. Most of the time, you will have with the main titles and the main track what we call an MV, which is short for music video. And as I said previously, K-pop idols also dance on stage, and it happens that on top of the music video, you will get a dance practice video. The music video is usually more of a cinematic experience, and on the opposite side, when you watch the dance practice video, you will have most of the time one camera, and you will just have dance. And there you have it, a quick, maybe not so quick, introduction to the world of K-pop and all of these words that we use as fan and that I personally also use into the Annyeong K-Pop video. So now you might understand everything. If there is some words that I might have forgotten, you can put them in the comment section. I hope that you enjoyed the video. If it's not already the case, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and give a thumbs up. And I'm telling you, see you soon in another video. Bye!